Today, um, sorry. Hi, welcome to Texas Melvin um, station. Today, we're going to talk about the controversial beef with each other's celebrity. Um, that's what we're going to talk about. Um, Today is 9:15 a.m. early morning. So let's get through this. Um, okay. Um, let's see. We'll talk about beef with each other. We have to beef with each other. Um, I was gonna try to think. Um, it was between Effie and Kesha. Effie was the girl, so nobody would know who she is. Started 2005, same years. Kesha started 2005 off of Instagram. See, Kesha was not out there too. She was right now 2009 or 2010. Effie was been out there since she left Florida. Well, I'm from Florida too. Left them too as well. And she hepatitis wasn't happy with it, and she left Florida because she was in trouble. It didn't like what woman called that she didn't like. So I'm not gonna get to know about every how she started to live by boyfriend, producer, DJ Freezy, whatever his name is, the first dude. And so she got started off her music career by him. Only song she wrote is Pop the Glock, which that song wasn't hit. It was more popular than it was before than everything else. And so that's what she was with that. So, like I say, I have a lot of people really like started about Effie, started but her mama's the documentation after the fuck the thing plus with Lisa, but it was unfortunately it's releasing in the foreign country in Germany, but it was not released. I don't know when it's going to release in American. If it's not released in American, you have to go get through, or from UK and get through with them because it's nowhere in the world they would get it because it's not well known in American. Like I said, she wasn't well known in American. She was well known in the foreign country in Paris because she was a celebrity. And all that, Effie, that she was, her stage name Effie. And so, Kesha's well known in American, and she well known all nationwide, but Effie was not that big as up in the top scale one, in the scale, ground scale of being well known. She was well known where she's from, and that's it. But Kesha's well known because the song TikTok, it was Kesha's style. That's not a style that would Effie talk about that she was the biggest but in the glamour is not her style. Her style is big as a not a hit song and sing what you want to say and performance and everything else. So you look at the record of Sex Dream Demonstrate, her first album since 2010. It is about party and drug, fighting, all this just horrific things that she say. And people talk down like she lip singing, oh she can't rap, or all this and that. But she was pushing in the direction to that because when she did the song "The Pop Clock," people want the record label. She was. I'm not for statement. The 80 band. She was the first woman from history get signed to AD Band record label. Everybody else, nobody female didn't sign. Even Lisa Kitten didn't sign AD Band. She, after making history, a first woman get signed to AD Band. All AD Band didn't get signed. It was just the man get signed to AD Band. So it's strange, but it's real strange because I think all the celebrities like Miss Caitlyn, Mr. Caitlyn, she didn't sign AD Band. She was signed other record labels. She bought different parts of Paris and all of it, but she didn't sign AD Band. Trust me, I didn't say her music. She didn't sign AD Band. But Effie is the first woman in history to sign AD Band. When she was the rules that I pick up of AD Band that they didn't want her to have kids. They want her to focus on making money. Making money with that. That was the focus on. That was she say, including her documentation, that there was like a money machine that they want her to keep making money. It's just so disgusting. If it's so disgusting, then why you got signed an AD Band record label? Why you just write the first song that wasn't hit all around the world? Pop apart, and then it was just so disgusting. You just not singing a song and all that kind of stuff. So, but Effie chose that field, to be in that way. But, it's just really disgusting. You shouldn't have signed in the first place. But she chose that field to sign this, to sign that, and different stuff. So she chose that field that she chose. Nobody chose it for her, but she put herself in the situation. You get tired of you get tired of performance by the world, especially in Florida. And she put that magazine that it was the craziest shit ever held. But plus, let's speak for that. Because she has a foreigner and half American. Because her dad is English, I believe, a British English man, and she had a British citizenship for her father, and her mom was a USA American. So she do have some kind of the way that she have the citizenship of it. So she didn't want to come American. What America for? Her mom passed away, and all she got is her aunt, her mom's sister, and her sister. She grew up with that she had, and maybe cousin. I don't know. Is what family demanded that she have her mama's side family, but her mom passed away. I think like 2012, I think 2013. Her mom passed away, and she didn't get over her mother's death, Effie. So it is really crazy. With it. It's on the documentation if you want to see it. If the only thing you want to see it, you have to go to Amazon.com UK .org.uk and to get it because it's not going to release it. I'm telling you what this minute it's not going to release it in American because it's autographed it. Anytime it's got autographed it's not going to release it. So you have to get it through Amazon.uk England Amazon, and they can leave it to you at the end of it, but they don't get everything, they can leave it to you. They can release it in American. I mean, they post out on the Google movie that they post out, and then that they release it, the review, but they're not going to release it. They put a picture down, but they put the name in the review, but they're not going to release it for some reason. So that's me, I don't know. That is just how the part of publicity is, they're not going to need something, such a word as that, and they're not going to release it with that. That's what that is. But yeah, it's the beef is that Kesha don't hit, I guess, hit, think that it's trash, and they feel like it's not a real record. It's an auto-tune thing that she's singing a song with, and just think like, wow, like she's singing a song with that song, like dang, that's so freaking crazy. And now she singing a song with that. But yes, I definitely pick up that Effie is a person that didn't know how to sing, didn't know how to sing properly, didn't rap. She didn't have the music talent lesson that gave her. She didn't finish school. She didn't want to. Her dad was a fashion designer, so she didn't take her fashion designing that she thought was to take fashion designing, but she didn't have a talent to be like her father, the fashion designer. So she just started music. It's only an escape to make money. Money still is there. Is to help her to get something that she will want, which she does get stuff she wants. But at the same time, Effie still the person that she is today. But versus Kesha, she's like, I don't think Kesha would want to fight her. I don't think Effie would want to fight Kesha. It's just beef each other because they're two competitive. One competitive that Kesha's win the war for TikTok Animal first debut album. Effie was sexting Dimitri and the first album that she ever made and didn't make it because there's a lot of specificity and a lot of cuss word involved of sexting Dimitri of it. So I'm beefing with version audience with Effie characters in it. It was all never be revealed. So the next one is so who's next? Selena Gomez and Justin Bieber. Very cute couple back in those days. Selena Gomez is getting a mention over Justin Bieber were mentioned of it. So it was announced that Justin Bieber and Selena Gomez back in when they was a teenager, because Selena Gomez a few years, uh, 4 or 5 years older than Justin Bieber. Justin Bieber was a baby. He was like a 17, 18 teenage years of his life that he was a teenage years. I don't think it's they have a beef with each other. I think they have a love still there, but it's not like it used to be love. So I don't think it had Selena Gomez and Justin Bieber have a beef with each other. But Justin Bieber's been let Selena Gomez go, but Selena Gomez didn't want to let it go. Um, but the love still there, some kind of way, but it's not love that being romantic like it used to because it's I don't know what happened with it. Um, so Selena, um, well, Justin Bieber used to go out together, and I'm reading the magazine. I think it was J14 magazine. I don't think other stuff's out all out. And they say that she used to wear her wedding property ring that you only wear the ring if you're a virgin and you get married and you have sex then you get married. That's the thing that she was told by her father and her mother. And so I don't know her mother her dad give her the proper wing. When you know I talk about the proper wing over that, all that too. You only time you wear it when you wait till you get married and have sex, then you get married. Um, Unfortunately, she this guy that she lost virginity, just to be able to take her virginity away for her, and that Justin Bieber didn't say that, didn't announce it, didn't say in an interview with that. I guess he would just keep it confidential reality to himself. Didn't want to release it in the public that he had sex with Selena Gomez. So it wasn't she thought that he's not gonna release it in the public. She gonna say that yes, I had sex with Justin Bieber. He didn't want to say it, but I did. And cause she's American, but I don't know how Canadian people is and how they feel. And when person you have sex with that person, they're not gonna come out with their death because they feel ashamed that he would look that he could go get Selena Gomez pregnant. So I don't know why he didn't want to come out and say that he didn't. If why he don't come out and say he did have sex with Selena Gomez. So Selena Gomez has come out and forward to say, but people want to hear for the side of the story if it's true or not. What Selena Gomez said in the interview, in the magazine cover, on the press, whatever. But that's not the case. Um, he just didn't come out and say that. He said when the news reporter say she has a Selena Gomez, he said, "Why are you asking that? It's not your business. Like, why are you asking?" And Justin Bieber had a lot of people, like the girls, Maria Clayton, he's the father of her son. No, that's not true. There's a lot of people. If you're a public figure, and doesn't matter what nationality you are. I mean, what nationality you are. Like, if even Vanilla Ice was out there, just like Justin Bieber, especially white person, saying like about people culture, they kind of be out there to sing the song and be better than different population culture that is. But it's just that it's you be more a public figure and you out there and not to be. And and you had no choice to be out there. So when I picked up that about Selena Gomez wasn't over Justin Bieber, it's just it's still the love's still there, but some kind of way. What I pick up about Selena Gomez, she wishes never broke up with. She wish Justin Bieber broke up with her or whatever the case. I don't know if they broke up each other or not, but that's to go down to. It's never she never get over the emotion feeling that they have with Justin Bieber. Also, Justin Bieber moved on to his new wife, Hailey Bieber. Cute couple, was the cute couple because they soulmate together. I'm saying because Hailey Bieber loved Justin Bieber, so that was she loved. I think he married the right person to be with because that was her baby. That was her baby. So, Justin Bieber is Hailey baby, but Selena Gomez and Justin Bieber is never gonna happen because to me, I know how she feels, and people voice their opinion on what they going through the emotions they want to, but at the same time, Justin Bieber over Selena Gomez, but he always supports Selena Gomez, just like Selena Gomez will always support Justin Bieber, regardless. But the that's it. There are some kind of way, some different level than that, but it's just what it is. But I don't think that Selena Gomez having beef with Justin Bieber. Not like that. But Justin Bieber is very changed person. He did come out and say he wasn't know how to treat people right. Because he come from a young parents. His mom had Justin Bieber when she was like 17, 18. And so that was a young age. She has Justin Bieber. His parents would be teenage, teenager parents that he have, and they didn't give him the church to tough up and they said this is you should not allow to do that. But they wasn't give that tour to him to say this is not the right thing to say this and say that and not they didn't give that tour to him. So he had to learn for somebody else to train him the right way, to guide him the right direction, him to do and this was you should do this. This you should do this and be a figure like a mother figure, the father figure that he will want because he didn't have that tour that where his mom and his dad didn't give to him, which is teenager parents that he had. But I heard a lot of stuff about Justin Bieber's father that his dad, Jeremy Bieber, he do for his break his neck for his dad, Jeremy Bieber, and then he was so unthankful. Like he really um didn't I mean every time Justin Bieber buy him stuff, he screwed up everything. So people call him Justin Bieber's father like douchebag because he was ungrateful that his that Justin Bieber do break his neck because he loves his dad. And when you have love for your parents that you have love for, that's something you break your neck in to love your parents. But he didn't. He break his neck for his dad every time, and he's a scumbag. And so, all of a sudden, if we on the record on the news about Justin Bieber's father that Justin Bieber do for him breaking neck, that's the on picture that he gets for just what Justin Bieber do to him do for him. You know, when you get the paycheck, you don't get the paycheck that you real want because they were so busy doing what they want to do, and because per person, a third person, do for them, break their neck and do for them, and it didn't show the picture that they chose. So that's what it just felt sad. But you know, at least he's a big brother to his sibling or his dad's side. Although his mom didn't have no kids ever since she had him, Justin Bieber. She didn't have no kids. She just stuck with the one child, which is Justin Bieber. Patty, Patricia, Madeline, Marlon, Madeline. That she didn't. She just had Justin Bieber. But like I said, I wasn't around. So the next is so let's talk about my phone. Sometimes my phone messes with me now. Okay. Okay. Um. Wow. Okay. So today we that's it. Now we're going to talk. The next speech each other celebrity is um. Yes. I'm gonna think. Okay. Say. Let's see where um. To take care. There's actually Malcolm Asian woman. She's 38 years I don't talk a little bit about her. I don't know the whole facts about her. I know she's a one-time reality star of her show, Bisexual Show. But she was more problem that she had that she had to live to Kim that she had, and so it's just the bottom line to live to Kim. I read about her that she started in 2002, started in 2001 of her career as a model, television personality, a blog, written. She written on everything. She was known as a celebrity, and she said this innocent industry was about something that she was interested in. But she has a lot of stuff going on with her. She born in October 12, 1981, I think, and she's a Scorpio, and she is a lot of shit going on to live to care. She did one time movie star and all that. She did some sex tape that she did to try to pay the lot for what she owed them, and so she got a lot of stuff going on with her. And then she was trying to ban other sex tape. Once you signed the contract, and you did a sex tape, it's nothing going to sponge of the sex tape is out there forever. You still get money off of this. You still own your loyalty of the money of the sex tape. It's just that it's out there forever. It's out there forever, and people still get it every day and still buy it. You know, so I think that she put herself in this situation. I wish if you had to be smart and thinking, is this the right thing for me to do the sex tape or not? Because do this, I will be slowing my body, the inside of my clothes every time I go somewhere. Everybody say I'm hot this, hot that, because you out there. Nobody didn't talk about her sex tape, which unfortunately nobody put out there her occupation that she was a adult film porn actress. But they put her ashes, but they didn't put her occupation of wickedly on the professional porn star because that's what she was. She did the sex tape. I guess she did sex tape for the money because she needed the money. But people do sex tape because they thirsty for money. They want to get paid more money, so they be with forever, and that was the case. And that turned out to be the way. But you have to know what is your biggest. You have to know what your biggest regret, because you put yourself in a situation that you did a sex tape. If you're smart and thinking in your mind that there's not a right idea, you should have walked away. You should not look back and look twice and look, because I tell you, fangs is about the fangs. It's about people getting money off of that. But see, what she did the video on the YouTube video of that, and then she would say that, oh God, I had to sponge the sex tape because I think it wasn't for that. But you put yourself in this situation, and everybody says she's in entertainment years. She's very tired of entertainment. She's very known for her controversy, know of domestic violence dispute, know about her a clue that she was put out there that somebody after her tried to kill her because she was a clue and everything else, and so it's a lot of stuff going on to care, and and I think that today she was the public figure that she was different public figure. She was a model, she was a Playboy model, she was like this and like that. So so that's what she was. But the reality show, it's still popping, but she's not on that show no more. It was Vinny Garnino and Party D on Chuck was killed for Party D and Vinny Garnino on the Georgia Shore on reality star, but they stopped doing that with that because they falsified it. I don't know. So about the show, the show is still number one. They do remake of the show, different people name, but the show went season 1, season 2. But this only reality show she did, but she did some other reality show. She did a TV show, a 44 TV show she played herself, and she did some of the show, but most of it is music video and sex tape, and the sex tape TV show that she did, which she did, and that was she did. So she well known of what she is. She well known who she is as a person. So that's all the story I know about Silla Takara. She's still a YouTube star. Praise the God in the name of Jesus, the holy name of Jesus. And she was well known as a praise God and something else. So, but nobody don't care less about it. She's a watch off. She did come out in the spotlight to come out and say who she is. She not go back to Sakura no more. Where's Sakura right now? We don't know, and we don't know what she go by. But she go by her stage name. Don't go by her stage name no more. She go by Stormy. I can't pronounce it because I know. But like I said, she just go by herself. That's all I know about Taylor Sakura. So we go to the next beef is celebrity beef. Each of it is. Okay, so what we talk about.
That's a win for everyone, and we've been looking at it as if there's going to be a winner and a loser. Why are we thinking of our country so divided?
Let's talk about.
This is an opportunity to really some core and key issues that we are all facing together and figure out a solution.
Between Sinead Conwell and YouTube. YouTube was the band of our guys. Yeah, a man in the band for so many years, better than Sinead Conwell. When the YouTube found out that Sinead Conwell from the same island they from, the island from the Sinead Conwell from, say that she's screaming and yell on the record. She didn't know how to say properly. Um, and Shanae caught back and said she could definitely sing, but she could scream and yell if she wanted to. Criticize her how she talked, how she got bit long nose, bald hair, share, and big chin, and awful legs, and criticize her how she talks, how she is, not how she talks, but how she is. So Shanae was having beef. They called him a terrorist. They made footage of celebrity money that she never was a fan, never was a fan of YouTube. She had a big problem with them since she first started in the music career industry. But YouTube never a fan of Shanae Cohen. Shanae Cohen never a fan of YouTube. But they from the Douglas Island. I just thought they from North Island because I just thought they're from, but no, that's not the case. Sorry, not the case. They were from the same island, but they've never seen each other face to face, or being rectified the relationship. Never hash up, swash the relationship. They still got beef, each of them. I don't know what sort of she didn't have nobody close to her at all who she associated with. Everybody she associated with is a soul drama and beef because she don't like them because of what they is. But YouTube is not the fan of them. Although she's too young to understand back in those days. She was a teenager in the 1980s. But Shanae is not one to play with. She can say what she want to say. She's an Irish woman, just like was Madonna. You got so many Irish women who say what they want to say. This is freedom of speech. They're going to say how they feel. That's why you don't. I guess men reject women like that, very powerful woman, just to say something. So Shanae, I was going to speak her truth. But you two guys, young men, all guys, the feather guys, is always going to say that singing the good music. They had no bad reputation. They sing the good music. They all for the people and very successful. They is, but Shanae didn't have no successful career. She was blacklisted, blackballed, or what she did. What she did is with the poor picture. That's something she knows she shouldn't do, but she don't give a shit. She had no regret with the poor picture. So that's not a piece of picture. That's more realistic what she was blacklist. So always on this that she called him Shanae Cohen called him a terrorist list. That they make such money that people buy and download music and listen to it, but they shut down, they shut it off, which they rip people off the money. So that's why I believe what Shanae Cohen say. I'm not put down in YouTube band. I think they say incredible, awesome band, good job saying the music and all that, but this is what she say, and I'm sorry, but YouTube has been with people off the money, make fortunes off of people that download the music because that's what they do. Do I want to be instant music? Yeah, they good music. I love YouTube, but this is what she don't know what's a fan of YouTube. So YouTube, you did awesome and good job. Who cares about the hater? What that person say? That person is not. Still today, not good, not well known. I mean, well known is not compared to the first song, but she put down people that got her successful. So, great. Next, so beefy each other is. So the next is
introducing the future of fitness. It's every class you can imagine.
Let's see. Come on. Okay.
It's boxing, cardio, yoga,
let's see.
and more. It's an interactive, goal crusher, whole family, whole body fitness machine. The future of fitness.
Wayne Robinson and Jamie Stace. So I can't pronounce this other last thing. So the HBO stood out. And I was terrified that they win the Emmy Award for the HBO Leaving Neverland. Okay, people in Justin family are not happy with that. I'm gonna speak to his reference to Wayne Robinson, because Wayne Robinson betrayed the Jasper family went to their uncle Michael Jasper funeral and said, but they never know that he would criticize Michael Jackson to this day now. Ray Robinson know what up against with that, and he just the very quality and one job doing that he did. But he don't care. He really don't care at all. He know what he up against. He knows this and know that different stuff. But he know what he did. Very very malicious. But Brendan Jackson wasn't too pleased. All that y'all never liked Wayne Robinson. She was in a relationship with Wayne Robinson by him asked Michael Jackson permission to go out with his niece. But so like I say, I like Brian Jackson. She's no real woman, and she don't take shit for nobody. She don't care what you are, this or all that. But Wayne Robson is need to know that you fuck this shit up your pawn yourself. They accusing Michael Jackson to molest them is not true. Okay, if they was accused true, they would have been tell the truth and testify that he did to them, and that they did and been put Michael Jackson. But the mother, Wayne Robinson mother say, if he would tell the truth that he did, he wouldn't survive in prison. He died, which right is true, but it's just so crazy. People see and I see. It's all about the money. It's all about making a documentation because they thirsty for money. Do all this for money, for publicity, to get stuff they want. And that money cannot buy anything but telling the truth and narrative starting and brand on the people's celebrity name. It is so fucked up that what it still today after. And then when Robinson did and say that his butthole was bleeding and all that. Do you possibly believe that shit? What he say on HBO and Leave Neverland that his Michael Jackson should go his evidence that nobody wanted to show it. He should have put that down and shown the police and have the evidence and prosecute or convict Michael Jackson for sexual abuse by him. But he never did. That's the fuck up shit you ever seen. You ever heard a person cover up their butthole or anybody that bleeding because of this the first time they molested them on this and that? That's just a shit that I've never heard of. And to tell the truth, by side I heard from people, Michael Jackson did not molest her when Robinson or Jimmy, who's a TV promotion person. He never molested them too. So them coming in a story like that is so for money. Just all about that. And to tell the truth, Michael Jackson did not molest them at all. So they just come for money. I don't believe he didn't molest them. If so, it would be evident to prove that. And I got a lot of stuff going on, but like I say, they didn't do it for money, and I want to do it for. So I wish them luck, but they have not have a good life because when you have to put the famous man who was a star, and he was a star since he was a boy, came in the game way before y'all was born. Y'all was a baby. And when y'all was a baby little boy, you didn't go no hell. You just a baby boy that want to be successful, and that's all we want. Born to be a star, and that's what you was. Dancing, backup dancing, one TV promotion, Jimmy, and one is being Australian, trying to be analyzed, and the person what it calls, or being like Michael Jackson dancing. That's what they want. So I don't want to talk about this because it's disgusting to talk about them because they do it for publicity, for their benefit, for them, for Michael Jackson name, fame that they will try to use Michael Jackson name for to get benefit from Michael Jackson forever. So I don't want to talk about it, but it's really. And then we don't. I'm going to say this. Wayne Robinson changed his narrative story. One minute he said he didn't. He said he was sleeping in bed, was naked, and he said that Michael Jackson didn't touch him. And changed the story that he was sleeping on naked body and naked, and Michael Jackson did touch him. Why your story was not believed? You should have been telling the truth. He's scared that Michael Jackson is not probably separate. But this one, I'm not I'm saying, if the Michael Jackson will live today, he will stop them not to make the video. I bet you he would not. I bet you would stop it, but he's not live today. So all I'm saying like this, they need to stop it because the state say they cash his name as for money for funds. That's what they do, but they started to end up. So next. So now the next celebrity beef each other is.
Now it's your turn to get the peace of mind that comes with having CarShield, so you can worry less about auto repairs.
Okay.
Call or go online right now to get CarShield for yourself. Friendly, knowledgeable, money-saving representatives are available 24 hours a day. So if your car is 20 years old or newer, just tell us the make and model of your car or truck to get an instant plan quote. In a matter of minutes, you can be covered.
Amy Winehouse and versus Dido. Amy Winehouse was started since 1997, but she was a TV show at that time, but she didn't want to act. She wasn't singing. And the versus Dido was the girl that way older than Amy Winehouse, unfortunately, and she was more popular back in the days that she was popular song that. It was the most song that she sang. I really like it sisters today. But Amy House started the walk on the billboard or Dido Bowl because she started the walk on the picture, which is the thing that people still remember. People still vision that Amy House started the walk on the picture in the billboard of Dido. Dido is a Dido, or whatever her name is, was a singer and all that kind of stuff. But there's a little bit of information that she had beef with Dido. Nobody really know that. Nobody really talk about it. They're showing it on YouTube, but they never really talk about that. Why Amy Winehouse has verse of Dido. Dido is the girl that singing the song that she sang because that's what she's special. She's special because she really be more competitive than Dido. Dido was more competitive in house. Amy House did the Frank album 2003 with Lisa. Wasn't that hit. There wasn't enough record, and I think Dido beat into the woman, the build, Mobile Billboard for the best UK act is Dido. And Dido beat Amy House. Amy House is looking crazy, like clapping like this. And like that. And she was surprised that Dido wouldn't work. So she made a man to Dido and make the man and say, I'm sorry, what I did walk. I'm very sorry. That was in my house told Dido and Dido. So I'm sorry, that's okay. That's okay. You have to do this. It's just all about who compared to or not. Who to compare to. But ever since then, she's still friend, man, ever since then, she didn't beef with Dido. But, yeah, it's just sad that, Amy House want to make it the top one back then. But her music, very talented and very, very great. That's the beef either between Amy House and Verse and Dido. So, next of Club Beef either is... Okay. So MIA Charterbird a Superbird. Now, people suspecting that she should have did more lawsuit with that, but nobody didn't talk about that much because she was a brown skinned girl who she girl. All that. So I'm gonna talk a little bit about her because I'm over it with her. I'm so over with her and so tired to talk about it, but just don't talk about different stuff. I'm over it with that. I'm very over it with that, and I think she always be talking about it because she talking about different stuff. So I'm over it. with that stuff today over with that.
So here's the thing, and Erica, I feel like you can echo my sentiment. Maybe you won't. When it comes to Luann, the cheesier, the better.
Yeah, she knows what she's doing. That repetition, that's everything. That's what people are chanting in the parades and the cabaret. I just have this to say about this whole thing. She looked amazing, okay? She looked amazing. She's gorgeous. That's my critique of
So let's talk about different stuff.
Jeff, don't you dare.
She looks like she just got done with a Halloween party and put everything on.
Excuse you, Jeff. The woman looks flawless.
Yeah.
And if she wants to be all blinged out in her Giovanni, it is on brand, and she is the queen. Giovanni! Stomping on that brand.
Okay.
I don't think Jeff understands the Giovanni reference, but our viewers that watch know what Giovanni is.
Oh, yeah. Giovanni.
Okay, we'll be right back.
Okay. Okay. Okay, so now I'm going to talk about
Promotional consideration is brought to you by
the
introducing the
to
future.
be
It's every class you can imagine.
okay. This one I'm going to talk about. This study. I was in
It's boxing, cardio, yoga.
so I will talk about the toxic situation. The bad girl code was the toxic situation. I know Flo and Nana go way back in the day, and they still their friend. But Nana Nan is still okay. Not toxic situation. Never Glosso and Net D Nan Donano have a beef each other. They don't know each other still today. But every time I question, every time on Never Glosso Instagram it live and ask her like, what's the beef between you and what you stand for? Net D. She said, I don't like that bitch. The bitch just want to attack me, want to punch me, lick your teeth, chip your leaf out that, and so that's the point. So Net G was not G. I mean the one that was being bruised by Net D boyfriend, the same guy that stays today and was beat, but he was not a Spanish. He is Italian. Only Italian guy that she would mess with, but only guys that she would mess with Puerto Rican or Spanish. That for Nat G, but Nana is always going to defend her man with God. Who ratted her man out was paid the Constitution, paid the Constantine, who call the man, will get beat up. Everybody whack people up every day, a tape recorder, and the tape recorder is all about whack people up and saying they got the facts there. That's what they got, receipts. That's what they got, this and that. So, Nat G said it's like called Nat D whack. And she never confirmed Nat D on Virtually on my life. She confronted her after the show reunion that she confronted her and ugly trap and shut your ugly trap on your face and all this and that, and that's what she said. And don't even know her. They went to school with Nat D. Nat D born in 1981. Nat G born in 1982. So the years born 1 year older each other. And Nat G did never to school. Nat D never know what this woman is, but she know that she see her profile while she coming into my life show. I don't know if she was going for the guys, the Junior makeup artist on title cover photo shoot that Junior tried to do a makeup artist for her. But anyways, she coming on the show to stir the pot that Nat G is a cop car whack that you cannot search her with her. She no fucking good. And the fact that that Nat Gia and being Angie, God bless them, told Renee and Karen that you can't trust around Nat D because she's a cop car. Now, people do not miss her on the show. Nobody don't even like her. But Julia the only one know that she's scared. She called Perot, her office, scared she get caught, scared she get to die, all this and that. she knew that Nat G was a Nat G. Nat Grasso was scared cat, and that's what she was. Now, about reading about her record that her cousin was in the Moffany, that her cousin was in back to her lifestyle, and that's why she left the show because she didn't want to be out there. Her cousin, the Trump, want money, thirsty for money, and that's what she want. So this is the point about Nat Zanana. Nat Zanana is a girl that for Philadelphia, South Philadelphia, and for being tough, being punched, and want to beat people up, and that was one. But see, Nat G is not the one to take shit from nobody. She's gonna speak her truth. She speak her case, and this girl is gonna whack fraudulently sweaty life woman hoe that she called Nat D for on the My Wife reunion. And that's why she left the show, want to leave the show, because she don't want to search with somebody that being social escort lover of her boyfriend, her ex-boyfriend. So then that's the same time that she don't want to search with somebody like that. It is so very malicious that is today that they still today using. She said the show condoned domestic violence but they ain't got no job for her in tight car. Carol Cavanian tight Nat G twice on the show. And Nat D tight her. So she's been tight 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 fucking times that she was taken because her mind got her trouble with it. So it lets you know that they still not like it just today. Nat D, Nat Denana, and Nat Grasso still not friend each other still today, and they still beef for each other. So I would probably be fighting because their beef is over. You know, Nat Denana wouldn't talk about it because it's over. It gives a migraine to her. But you want to start this shit. You want to come on the Mangala show and know that you had unfinished business with Nat G to call your same boyfriend you go with her boyfriend, thinking they call you parole. So it's not going to be over because you want to start the pot. You want to release the information, confidential information that your boyfriend with Nat G of the situation. You want to start a part. You want to start this is that. You know what you signed up for. And that's what you know about it. Do you know that? Yes, you do know that. Period. Okay? And you know in the damn way you knew the fuck what you did. Not. Now you know Nat G, and when somebody's a victim of domestic violence, you have to accept that and understand. Don't beat other people up like you beat other people up. That's just discrimination and domestic violence of the abuse. It can't happen. But you just like your boyfriend, trying to do his dirty work, trying to be with Nat G because Nat G is a victim of scale. And you can't just do something like that. In fact, you've been tough and talk to her and bully her because she called her like parole officer of your boyfriend who's extra lover, then you know the damn what you did. You know, so that's why it is so messed up that she had to do to her on the national TV, trying to pop her head, punch her, and all this and that. It's just a sad situation. But it made Nat Grasso brave enough to say that she was the victim in domestic violence. And she was, I want to fuck that asshole lock up. That motherfucker been locked up. Right now, he ain't. Nat D come to the show because I'm the victim of domestic violence. And you on the show and you got to do something about it. Don't let that person, like that. So she's really pissed off that if I want that motherfucker locked up, that motherfucker been locked up. Why I want him as locked up right now? And he ain't. So she very tired if I want him locked up because what he did is trying to murder, want to lock him up. So you know you got the story, and when you watch the reunion, best you know that Nat Grasso will want her escort boyfriend locked up, and that's why Nat D is so terrified and call her Nat G called dumpster juice and Nat and all this and that, call her punk bitch and all this and that. So yeah, that's the facts right there. So it's just really crazy because we never heard in my life that Nat G want ex girl, whatever. When they believe this, the tape, you can't believe of the tape that you just can't. The tape is all made up. It's all non-denial of the tape. Non-denial to do everything can to make herself clear that she did, that she said that she made this, her boyfriend made the tape, but she put her tape. It's in her verse. It's not a gospel verse. She don't talk that way. So it's sad because Nat D make the tape up, make the audio tape, tune tape, the pretend that is Nat D. No, it is Nat D tape that you make yourself up. Anybody make this stuff up and claim it as they don't make it up, they put this out in this situation. She knows damn well that she said it on the tape. So it kind of messed up Stitch today, because it messed up Stitch today like this. It's really pissed me off because she did it. It's her verse. It's Nat D's verse, how she talk, how she say, all this and that. So it is all whack. She's a whack trying to warn Nat G reputation, and this net to be in that way. So I'd be surprised if it was come down to with it. So it is fucked up the situation out there. So that, and so yeah, it's still beef between that. Cause when I asked Nat D, Nat Faglasso on Instagram like a couple of years ago, she was on Instagram live saying, "You can still, what your friend with Nat D right now?" She said, "Never like that bitch. Never like the bitch is a low life, trying to scam woman that trying to write me out, try to do it for TV, do everything to be on TV in order to make her think that she's a reality star, rat, trap that scam, that trying to be better herself. She's a scamp, and no, she is a scamp person, and all this, and that what she was, and so that what she said. So anybody try doing it for the show, doing it for simplicity, trying to be right now, what to be known of, and really hate they believe themselves like that. But like I say, it's beef between Nafadana and Nafagwasa. Never be friends. She's never a family son of Bird daughter named Kevin Carano, because what her father did to her father, what her father did to how many, like 19 people he claimed to do. I don't know for sure. We don't know. It's just all nothing. We don't know nothing. But still today, Nat G is an actress, a world star. She's moved from that reality star to be the river star, because she told she want to be on TV, want to be river star. So she got her dream come true to be the river star. So she can only live her life positive in the way that she is. So she's living a good life. But she did blame Vida Fox, the admit about what she didn't let her talk and let her say what she would say, cut her loose all the time, and she blamed Vida Fox. There was a Twitter account, and I'm not going to read that because it's old, but that was, she blamed Vida Fox with that. But with no way you can blame Vida Fox. She's a movie star, just like Never Glasso movie star. But that was she blamed off that too. So I'm not have to tap into that with that, because that's she blamed of it. Next up, Cyber Beef featuring. So, next is the, sure, we're gonna talk about it. We're gonna talk about Ellen DeGeneres. I don't know the whole facts about her, but I see them lately on the news, but she didn't treat her employer in her publicity as a gender publicity. They was that layoff, or maybe they get pregnant and they can't have a job at all. It's a lot of toxic situation of that, and I think why people didn't believe her employer, because she said that be kind to each other, but that's all make up a story. She didn't be kind in her employer because she was kind in her floor. She would have been treat people, other people right, be treated in that way it's supposed to do. But that's not the case with the Jenny, because if so, she would be have her show today and still wanting it, but somebody else going to take her replacement, but temporary until this situation is so out of the case of resolve of the situation of Ella Jenny and the people involved that she didn't treat them right. I didn't pay them their benefit of the money that they the money due to them. So it's a lot of shit going on at Ella Jenny show. But Ella Jenny show wanted to cancel the show, but she can't cancel it because she renewed her contract, and so somebody else is gonna take a placement. I don't know which one's which, but it will be the person. But not gonna take a placement forever because she will come out of the show and to sooner later, years later, whenever she come out, set this out the situation of the case of this lawsuit. But right now, she's in the hot water right now, and so that she was. And the Jenny production company employer talk about it and quote about it. So I'm not going to detail. That's what I know so far. That I know. So yeah. The next celebrity beef issue is so
Well, a California court has ordered President Trump to pay $44,000 in legal fees to adult film star Stephanie Clifford, known as Stormy Daniels.
Lady Gaga and first Madonna. We always forget that Lady Gaga that beef with Madonna quite a while, but they hashed that beef when Lady Gaga win the Oscar award for the Born to Star, Born the Star, the show that they hit number one show that being number one hits today. Madonna showed up to support Lady Gaga, and she was happy that Lady Gaga is that band, which is they just a cousin, Lady Gaga ancestry of Madonna and her just a cousin. I mean, they relate to each other. They relate to the cousin. Madonna very happy with for her just a cousin, Lady Gaga. And she happy for her. She loved her cousin, Lady Gaga. But yes, it was a beef one point in time. But now it's hatched now. They friends. They had fries and some waffle fries with chicken fillet and all this and that. They had a great time in the after party for Oscar after party because people make it success. They would have party off the trunk with that. So it's great for that. Very good job. Now the celebrity issue is
here we had 314,000 acres burned, some 560 structures completely destroyed. This is now the second largest.
Was Madonna versus Sidney Hampton. Now, this book was the view on the book. There was talk about it, and it was about the woman on the show, the guy. This and that, and it was about, and was Madonna said that she has some relationship with this relationship, and that's today she. But it just played football, I don't understand what was Madonna. What Madonna is a very, very, I don't know. It was a show that it was on, and Rose Madonna was back then was a monitor on the show, on the View, and it was they had a beef. They had a long beef each other as well, and this today they had a beef just this today, and not beefing. The beef just being swapped and being served. I mean, it's over with. So you say all the public crap you want. I'm not gonna buy you. And it was I was sparking this spark the truth. If I asked you Republican prepared to say you said nothing, that's coward called was it? Don't ever call me coward. I'm not a coward on this and that. It's the drama. And so called what she called was Madonna, where's the old Madonna called coward what she would have called, and then this and that. No, it's not. So still today is still drama still today as well to me. And so you can say another time. So anyway, most Madonna. She always gonna be stay what she believe, and there's more people like that, more Irish people like that still believe. The truth is to me. And I was surprised she would have stuff going on her pregnant because she was pregnant in that pivotal time on the show. And that she'll lose the baby. And probably her because she was stressed out with what was on sale on the skissy such the top. The top and the hot top about different stuff. But I think she didn't lose the baby. But it was close to that far. It didn't go that far. Unfortunately, it was went the route that it went to and all that. So it wasn't done a very, very competitive, dominant woman. Don't take shit for nobody. But that Whoopi Goldberg is very dominant. But Whoopi Goldberg is very had the right way to be a monitor of the show. Wasn't because she was sometimes the set that never cut. She didn't let the commercial break. She let this stuff going on. And that's what's gonna happen. Come down to. So all I certainly did is that cat fight on the YouTube. Watch that and who you believe, the Democrat or what's Madonna or what Republican is just behind the bar.
We know that there is a really strong.
That's just. So next celebrity beef Israel is.
When we talk about George Floyd and Breonna Taylor and
Let's see.
affect all of you individually and collectively, and how are you moved to do so?
Well, quite frankly, as we were negotiating
Let's see.
the terms of this global season, amplifying our voices was a non-negotiable for us. It certainly was for me. As you've seen,
Edith Ziegler and Zara Banker. Okay. Edith Ziegler is the girl wasn't people call her as a fraudulent got started for the same time Zara Banker. Zara Banker never known this girl as well until she started getting to know her. And they had beef, and they still friends just today now, but not back then, the early day when they started. Zara Banker's the girl from Australia, got very pure skin. Zara Banker is very brown skin, whatever she is. She was black. Zara Banker's black. Zara Banker is Australian girl that she is, and I'm not gonna go into detail about it, but like I said, they have to be right now. She was just. I want to tell you that. So next is.
Do you think league officials did enough on that?
The version is
our league has
the.
ability to address those types of things, and as players, naturally.
Yeah, like I said, it goes there without her career. And she more popular right now. But the fancy went number one. I'm so fancy, like that. And it went number one. The only song that went number one, and Black Widow too. But they didn't get the word. Only word they did is fancy. That was the only song. And so she went number one with the only song, but she didn't make it the pop record that she did yesterday. Is now back in verse 2. And so she Zara Banker was so jealous because a white woman be better than a black person. A black person is like make it too the same way as white people, but but that's too.
You are showing that.
I don't know why Zara Banker wish hard with people like that make a success. She didn't make a success. All the success they did is 212. That's it. Other stuff that doesn't break shit. I know. So, sorry, so this was she caught back with Zay Baker, Ego Zeta and Zay Baker, and so that's what people, everybody. She was like, "Are you too outspoken to be on the industry? Don't do music, don't do nothing. You know, you did the movie all that time. There was a make a success, but you have attitude, a bad actress that you bring to the table. You know how to bring the actress to the table. You don't, whatever you about by yourself, whatever the case, you about by yourself. Who cares?" And whatever the case, you know. So, like I said, who cares? Monique inversing Oprah Winfrey with Gerber, Zay Leader, and Tyler Perry. Monique is very known of the passion, the black woman, who was losing passion daughter, her daughter Passion. And then she told her daughter, "Passion, nothing. Get out my house. You will be barefoot and you'll be homeless." And very, very aggressive woman. And she went in support of the actress of Passion, mother of it. And that was she was. And Monique did a great job being an actress. I would do the same way too. Be very, very showing that how the character the people real life mother was. Be Passion mother is. So she went up support actress, all the actors she win. And at first Monique didn't make it. Monique didn't, what she did, she blackballed her down south because her bit loud mouth got her bit trouble. And Monique, went known as a blunt person. I don't think she's dominant. She's not dominant. Monique not dominant. Because she got soft for her. The man control her, what she do. So there's no dominant of Monique is not dominant. She's very tough, but she tough to come down to set up what she believes is the truth. We come down to the man control her. Her husband control her. And that's all it matters to be. So she's not dominant. Monique is not dominant. So don't get it twisted. And so she put that over Winfrey, and she put that Tyler Perry, and she put that Lee Daniel and as well, and Whoopi Goldberg. So she put out top people that very successful. Just did this today, and she put down them, and she brought back her own self. But she fought for herself. So she did a couple of movies. She did this successful. They didn't make it what Pressure did. But Monique, what she did was wrong. She should control her mouth this day and never happened this day. But she happened because she didn't know how to control her trouble for this speech mouth that she should have kept it herself. But she didn't. So, like I said about Monique is, wish her luck and wish she be her. Make a man. I wish she'd make a man to work aside to them three people that she work aside. But Whoopi Goldberg and herself, I don't know what the status relationship is today. But I don't know. But like I said, the three work aside with Oprah Winfrey, Lee Daniel, and Tyler Perry. That was she should have worked aside with them, not Whoopi Goldberg. Her Whoopi Goldberg should have worked, take out later on. Cash the problem isn't. So that's what I'm saying. Now the last one, the celebrity beef injury is his.
Would you be prepared to shut this country down again?
I wish.
I would do whatever it takes to save lives, because we cannot get the country moving until we control the virus. That is the fundamental flaw.
I wish the Facebook shut down. That was my biggest wish. I wish I put out there on the podcast because I wish the Facebook shut down, because there's so many shit going on Facebook, and the Facebook and it was number one back early day. number in that population no more. Instagram will population and TikTok very number one tier since today. But Facebook will not that high rating that people are not interested in Facebook tier. I believe Mark Zuckerberg should have shut down Facebook right in a minute. Facebook is not population this today. And so something like this, your Facebook for that person that's on you, the Facebook is so boring. You shouldn't be shut down right now. Because Facebook is just so much chaos going on Facebook. You just know how people deal with every freaking day. But all I'm this, I wish Facebook would shut down, and so the Facebook could leave the Facebook behind and new social media platform this should lead to. So I hate Facebook, and somebody should have deactivated Facebook and let the Facebook alone. Because Facebook is nothing but a devil, and everything else you try to take yourself. So that's all this today. Here next time.